Hello friends, and welcome back to my hobby home, and it is Vlogmas day 4. What I'm doing today is the day 4 unboxing of the Missouri Star Quilt Company. It is a pattern Bow Wow Meow mug rugs. Now with this pattern we did get 2 templates. One for a cat and one for a dog. I'm going to do the cat today, of course. And what is required for this, we got a charm pack. You need some assorted squares from the charm pack. You will put them together, cut them down however you need to. You need backing. This is my backing. I'm just using something where I took my scraps and cut them down. That is what I'm using. And some batting. And actually, now that I think about it, I may actually have some mini charm squares that I can use up. Because that is what we're doing, is cutting this down. Oh, wait, it says I need 2. I'm only doing 1 of these, so it's not necessary that I have 2 of all of these things. So what I'm doing is cutting. It says take 10 of these and cut to where I have 40. I don't really need the 40. I need 20, so that means I only need 5 fabrics. So let's get our charm pack open. This is from Maywood Studios. This was our day 3 unboxing. See there, Maywood Studios. It's mix and match, 42 charms. That's just all it says. So we're just going to get this open, and they show one of them being done like in the blues and greens and one being done in the orange and yellows. So I'm fine doing the blues. That's got some pretty yellow in it too. It wouldn't hurt to grab a yellow maybe. But let me just go through, and I don't want to have a whole bunch of different colors in it, but I think the blues and greens would be really pretty for sure. And maybe throw 1 yellow up in there. Looks like I'm doing mostly blues. See if they have a green with some yellow in it. Like I saw one there that had yellow and green in it. Oh, it was the flower. I don't want the flower because I already have the flower for the first one. So this is what I'm doing. I'm being very, not necessarily selective, but I already got that pattern. I don't want the same patterns either. Well, let's just stay with the blues and greens then. Okay, so I'm taking the other charms pack to the side. So I have my 5 blues and greens. And what I'm going to do is I have my batting in it's actually a layer cake that, you know, I did pre-cuts. I'm going to lay my pieces down on my cutting mat even so I can cut all of them at the same time, and they will be the same exact sizes. And I think 5 pieces give me enough variety. It did say, you know, more pieces if you wanted a bigger variety. That's not necessary. Now we are going to cut 4 squares out of each one of these. So now I have all of my squares cut. What I'm going to do with this, it says we need to arrange the squares in 4 rows of 4 for the cat and 4 rows of 6 for the dog. So 4 rows of 4. And I'm guessing I can just sew them together. It says, sew the squares in rows and press the seams in opposite directions. And what we could do when I press it, I could press them all in the same direction and just flip them around. So what I'm going to do is just get my first fabric here and my second fabric, because I don't have 2 that are the same. I'm going to lay them together and just start sewing. I believe everything is done on a 1/4 inch. It does not say, but we're going to assume that it is on a 1/4 inch. And what we'll continue to do is 2 at a time. So this here will be 1 row. And this, well, we're going to swap it up now. I'm going to flip it over and start it with this fabric. And what I will do is continue sewing these until I have, let's see, it's going to be 4 by 4, 16. I'll have 16. We will have 16 together. And I think right now I'm going to have like 20. So that's 2 rows right there. This will start our 3rd row. And once we get these sewn, I will then just flip them and make the rows, and then I will press them once my rows are completed. Okay, I now have enough to do my 4 rows of 4. So what I have to do is trim them apart. And that's what we're doing here. And then I will sew 2 by 2 to make rows of 4. So let's get this started and start making our rows here. You will see this is what we have. And all I do is put these right sides together and sew them. Okay, guys, that's enough for tutorial talk. How are you guys doing today? It has been a little bit chilly here. I'm recording this on, what is today? Wednesday night. And it is supposed to rain the day y'all see this. So, it's supposed to start raining actually early in the morning. And it's supposed to be really cool. Which I'm fine with the cool weather. It doesn't bother me at all. Even if it is wet, I prefer it. I am perfectly fine with it. Oh, I did this one with the same colors. Beginning and end, it's got the same color, but that'll be okay. So now I'm going to press these out so we can start sewing them together. I will have to lay it out to make sure that I'm not duplicating any of the rows or blocks because I don't want 2 of the same color together. Okay, I now have these on my mat here. So we are just taking 1 at a time and we are going to nest them together. And I pin. Once again, I always pin when I nest just to add a little protection there that my seams are going to stay together so we can sew this. But y'all, I have been really enjoying watching all the content creators join in Vlogmas and all of their content. I've really been enjoying watching Kiara with her. She did a cross stitch one today. She has some cute stuff out there today. She's doing ornaments, I think is what she said she was going to do. But some of the stuff she showed was just absolutely beautiful. I love watching her stuff. She's always got some pretty cross stitch. She's got some really beautiful quilting as well, but she's really got some beautiful cross stitch. Okay, and being that I am nesting everything, I'm going to go on and take this off the machine and open it up. And I'm pretty certain this is my next one that goes on. I just have to make sure that my seams are pressed opposite because that's how I did it when I pressed. So guys, this is going to be a very short, possibly, project that we're doing. We're going to have us a mug rug. I'm sure I will have to use that template to draw out my cat. I mean, that's what a template is for. And also, guys, like I just got off work and I decided to come straight in here to do this because I have been sitting at work thinking about this all day. I'm like, I get to do the mug rug today. So I've been so excited about it. So I did not even come in and eat. So I'm going to have to go cook something here as soon as I get done. Okay, so now I have them all all sewn together. I'm going to press real quick so we can see what our next step is in the process. I have my square done. So our next step is, so now what we are going to do is take our square with our batting, and we are going to put our piece that we just made. I've got my instructions right here. I'm trying to read them. And it says quilt as desired. So I'm just going to do a stitch in the ditch. If you do not know what that is where I just stitch in the seam line that I have just made. I do see in the instructions or on the example, someone did a stitch like we do for the Nantucket bag or Nantucket summer bag, which it came out beautiful. But this one here, I'm just going to stitch in the ditch. And I know somebody's probably going, you could just turn, but I'm not going to. I'm going to trim each thread, and I'm going to come back. I need to trim this one too. And then we're going to come back and just go back to the top and start stitching in the ditch there. Okay, it does not say to put the, it just says layer it with batting and quilt as desired. There's absolutely no way I could do this on my machine without something on the back. So I'm just going to add another piece. What I'm going to do, I will get another layer cake piece, and I will just put it on the back. It doesn't matter to me. I could have done this like a lining with muslin or something. But I was wondering how I was going to get the... I was wondering how I was going to get it to finish the edges. So what we're doing, we're just going to go ahead and sew these, and we'll worry about that in a second, even though it does not say to put the backing on it. I have to do that because my machine would eat up the batting. It doesn't matter if I put it on the top or the bottom. It would eat it up. Our next step is to trim away all the batting from this. You should not have backing on it yet, but I have to have backing because, as I said, my machine would absolutely just devour the batting. And you trace whichever shape you're doing. I'm doing the cat on this. So what I do is I take my backing that I'm going to be using, and I place it front sides together, and then what I'm going to do is sew on the traced line. I need to leave a section here, so I'm using my quilting seam as my guide where to start and stop. So we are just going to get our needle put down in here, and we are going to sew on that traced line, which means we're going to go really, really slow. Don't need to get over anxious here. And I'm just taking my time here on that marked line. I'm just guiding it just a little bit here. Now this is kind of where my ear kind of curves around here, so what I'm trying to do is follow that curve and You have to be very careful and definitely take your time on that part. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm taking it off the machine. And let's see what we've got to do now. I'm pretty certain I'm going to need to trim away something. It says trim 1/4 inch around the stitch line. And it says now to turn it right side out and smooth down the corners. Press out. And it says fold the open edges 1/4 inch and press. Okay, so I have this pressed to the best of my ability. So now what I'm going to do, I think I need to top stitch all the way around. It says 1/8 inch. So we're going to try this and hope it catches everything up in there. Okay, we have made it all the way around. I don't know that it looks very good, but we're going to see. I attempted, and that's all that matters. It is cute. Let me trim it up, get our strings out of the way here. But here is my little cat mug rug. It's cute as can be. And I bet the little puppy dog would be cute too, but I'm a kitty cat person, so I did a kitty cat. So this is the template that I used right here. But this is a very cute, very quick project. So I have me a little kitty cat mug rug here that I can have on my desk now. So friends, thank you so much for joining me. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this quick, simple project. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. I will be doing Vlogmas in the month of December, so I will be bringing you something every day. Some are unboxings, some are projects. I even have a quilt coming. So y'all saw that fabric the other day? It's going to be in a quilt on the 14th. So feel free to leave a comment and tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. And Merry Christmas, guys. Bye.